There you go. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ahlan wa sahlan, everybody. Welcome to this live stream. Hope you guys are enjoying yourselves, having a wonderful week. So, what do you guys think of the vlogs? So I've got a new camera. Yeah, I'm actually. So I've got a new camera and I've been doing some testing with the vlogs. See how it comes out. Alhamdulillah, so far it's come out okay. I don't know, the only problem is I'm just thinking, I hope I can stay consistent with it because it requires editing and then that editing is a bit annoying as well. So just make dua, hopefully, and try to keep it as consistent as possible. Alright, so welcome to everybody. Welcome, ahlan wa sahlan. Ahlan wa sahlan, people. Okay, so the camera is this. This is the camera that I have bought. Okay, so as you can see, this has got a screen over here. This screen you can actually flip over. Yeah, so you can make this screen into, so if I hide my face, you guys can see better. This is the screen, so you can flip it over, so it's portrait mode, flip it over to landscape mode. Very easy, all you have to do is just start at that. That's it, starts. And then if you want to flip it other way, you can actually do this. Three touches, and it goes the other way around. So this has been designed for vloggers. This has been designed for vloggers. Yeah, it's called the Pocket 3, Osmo Pocket 3. Yeah, the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Very nice camera. The camera is basically a gimbal. So those of you guys know gimbals, just focuses, you can have it like that, moving around. So anyone, I would definitely recommend, if you are someone who likes making these kind of videos and things, then definitely think about this. This is a good option out there for people who want to. So this is why the main thing I would say, if there's any sort of videos or anything that you guys want to do, you have to make sure that the equipment that you have is going to make it easy for you as possible. I've experienced this myself. You could have the best camera out there, but the problem is if it's not easy to use, if you always have to set it up and it takes 10, 15, 20 minutes to set things up, it can be putting off. So that's what I found with equipment over the years. So what I try to go for is always that equipment which I know I can use it easily, and there's no frills in there. There's no slow sort of like things that have to take so long to try and edit so just bang it out, knock it out, and that's it, inshallah. So this is a very good. So far this is a very good piece of equipment, mashallah. It's pocket friendly as well. So basically, look. If I show you, again, the camera's going to blur my face. So this you can take off from here, right? You take this off. And then this, you can easily store this. It actually comes with a storage package. So if I turn this off, you can take pictures with this, you can video with this, right? And then all you do is just put it into the casing. And then you can put that in your pocket, it's protected now. Yeah, so you can travel around. And this is very, very good. The quality is much better than a camera. The quality is much better than a phone. Like much better, honestly. And the quality is actually up to 4K. So it's 4K footage, 60. Yeah, so if you... Yeah, so it's basically... It goes up to... in this mode, in portrait mode, it goes up to 3K, as you can see. Yeah, 3K. But if you do it in landscape mode, it can actually go up to 4K. Yeah, 4K there. And it goes up to 60 frames per minute. Frames per minute basically is about, when you kind of move and you can, does it seem smooth? So the more frames per minute, the smoother it's going to seem. And then the more you can do things with it as well. You can do slow-mo with this as well. And there's lots of, I haven't really kind of figured it all out yet. So I'm just slowly playing around with it. That's why the videos I'm making, some of them are a bit strange. I'm just testing it out. See see what you guys think of this. If the vlogs are things that you guys like, you guys enjoy, then inshallah I can make more vlogs. But they probably won't be daily vlogs. Probably like in the week, maybe 2 or 3. And because I don't want to make it burdensome, I don't want to make it something which is like a chore. I just want to make it out of my own convenience. Wa alaikum assalam, Yasin. Ahlan wa sahlan, my brother. Ahlan wa sahlan. Ahlan wa sahlan, Muhammad Shafiq. Ahlan wa sahlan, MMA. Hasib. Ahlan wa sahlan, Ibi. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ahlan wa sahlan, my brother Ibi. SC1. Wa alaikum assalam, Yasin. How you doing, Mufti? Alhamdulillah, very good. No tea today? Yes, my brother. I have tea. Here is my tea. Tea in the filter. I've got it as usual. I have to have the tea just to keep my throat. What's happened to the camera? Camera's gone off. 1 second, guys. Okay, I'm back, guys. Right, Yasin. Hello, sahlan. I don't even realize you shaved your head. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Can you tell me what it means when the verse ends with a lamb above it? A lamb above it? I need to see the image. Wa alaikum assalam, Mahir. Ahlan wa sahlan. What is the methodology? So what you should do is, Muhammad Shafi, go to Google, type in the tajweed symbols in the Quran. Yeah, tajweed symbols in the Quran, and they'll explain each one to you. What is the methodology of Sufism? I don't know. What kind of transformer is that? Salam wa sahlan. I have 10 minutes left of Zuhur Salah and I pray Fard. Now with the few minutes remaining, should I pray for Sunnah? If there's not enough time, then you don't have to pray. Otherwise, try to pray at least 2 Sunnah. Interesting piece of kit. Yeah, it's very, very interesting. I like gadgets. It's a nice gadget. Alaikum assalam, Claymore. Ahlan wa sahlan. MashaAllah, your Arabic rewording of the poems is very nice. I always wait for you to write them. If you guys are not checking out the Diwan Imam Shafi poems, check out in the comments Claymore's rewriting of the Arabic poems. Very, very nice. Is ghusl before Jum'ah wajib? Not according to Hanafis. So the Hanafis say that in the beginning of Islam in Medina, the Prophet ﷺ instructed the Sahaba to do ghusl because they used to come from work and they would smell. So he told them to take a bath. And then later on, this ruling was uplifted. Why didn't you start Arabic Beni Adeg series? Inshallah in the future, my brother. So what kind of questions can we ask on these Friday lives? Are they meant to be? Yeah, they're meant to be a bit more chilled out. You can ask, if there's important questions, you can ask. But the normal questions Friday, Saturdays. Al-Habib, alaikum assalam. I have benefited tremendously from your Balagha videos. Ahlan wa sahlan, mashallah, Al-Habib. May Allah bless you, my brother. So if any of you guys want to do the Balagha on my uruk.com, I have Balagha over there. So there's Balagha course, 2 Balagha courses I would definitely recommend, which are designed for the Quran. Speaking as if you're sponsored by DJI. I wish I was DJI. DJI, if you guys are listening, then come sponsor me. Assalamu alaikum, ahlan wa sahlan, hayati, big boys and their toys. Yes, you know what? Trust me, I'm a guy who just loves these gadgets. Soon as it comes in the post, just quickly got to open it. It's got to start testing it. You need to take it with you on meet and greets with other ulama. Yeah, inshallah. Okay, inshallah, I'll see. Depends on the ulama as well. How much did the camera cost? It cost about, I think it's about close to 700. Assalamu alaikum, ahlan wa sahlan, Muhammad, my brother, ahlan wa sahlan, welcome. Surprised about the quality of the video output Mufti the uploads so far. They've been lacking resolution. They upload as 480. Are they? Okay, maybe that's probably editing. I'll have to check that. Okay, this is still in the teething stage, remember. So the quality is high, but I think in the process of editing, that's where this gets a bit iffy. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ahlan wa sahlan, ahlan wa sahlan, my brother Masir. Welcome, welcome. Fizams, wa alaikum assalam. Can you tell me, can the word daraba also mean to depart? It depends on the sentence. I don't think, I've never seen it use the word depart. I've heard it as the word of traveling. Yeah, daraba fil ard. Ahlan wa sahlan, my brother Masir. What's the latest in America? Anyone, can you tell me what it means when verse ended? Do you drink green tea? Yes, I drink green tea. I drink yellow tea, red tea, purple tea, blue tea. Yeah. All the, not nice to say, but all the rainbow teas. That gave me a fright. Screen gone. Alaikum assalam. A girl in this world, ahlan wa sahlan, must be his green tea. Have you used ChatGPT before? No, I haven't. There's actually another one I've come across. It's called Perplexity. Perplexity AI. I've been testing that out as well. That seems quite good, you know. Perplexity AI is called Perplexity AI. I have committed a great sin. How can I repent? Turn to Allah. If it involves other people, then ask them for forgiveness first and then ask Allah forgiveness. And if it's just between you and Allah, ask Allah forgiveness. I did the dream course some time ago and I know you don't normally answer these ones. Do you have any suggestions of the meaning of seeing someone with many teeth grown in the place? So I'll have to know exact details of the dream. So teeth can mean various things. So it's not like, so it's difficult to say what the multiple. So for example, teeth can mean family, teeth can mean hardships, teeth can mean years, teeth can mean many things. Does overeating decrease your lifespan? I have no idea. Good question. When I do my PhD in in aging, then I'll tell you, bro. What PC do you use? I use a Apple Mac Mini. Apple Mini, sorry. So I've got a Mac Pro and a Mini. Is watching tennis haram? So if there is exposure of the body parts that are not supposed to be looked at, then not allowed. Slave of Allah, ahlan wa sahlan. Wa alaikum assalam. What are the response to those who say taking pictures and videos is haram? So the issue is that the Prophet ﷺ said the people who make images are going to be given the most punishment. Now, what's the reason behind it? We don't know the reason. So some people say this is something which is, we don't look at the reason, we just say clearly anyone who makes pictures. Others say no, this is talking about sculpted pictures like the Malikis, sculpted 3D images, statues. Others say the reason is if it's going to lead to shirk. So if it's going to lead to shirk, people are going to venerate these pictures and these idols. Otherwise, if it's for educational purposes, if it's a small image, like for example, Hanafi say if the image on your clothing is like a small image, small in the size of your hand, then it's okay. So it's basically interpretation. What is a good green tea brand? A good green tea brand. I think Tetley's green tea is quite good. Tetley. So Tetley do a green tea. They're okay. Otherwise, besides that, you can get these kind of loose leaf ones. Loose leaf. If you go to one of these Asian shops and ask them for it, they'll probably give you like a loose leaf one. America is America, i.e. Bilad al-Majani. When do you refer to a preposition in Arabic as jar, and when do you refer to as jar? So jar and jar are the same. Jar is like the ism file, and jar is just simply just like the masdar. Yeah, so both technically are the same thing. After wudu, you have to make dua, right? No, you don't have to. You don't have to make dua. You can make dua if you like, it's good, but you don't have to. And if you want to make dua and you're in the obviously dirty place, don't make it there. Leave that place and then make it outside. One of my teachers mentioned daraba can be used for traveling because when you are walking, your feet are hitting the ground. Yes, in the Quran as well, it's mentioned. Yeah, إذا ضربتم في الأرض, ضربتم في الأرض. Whether I know use ChatGPT, create Fatwa GPT, it searches the questions on Sheikh Saleh. Interesting. Perplexity sounds complicated. Yeah, try it out. I was reading some reviews of it, and they were saying it's quite good. And I don't know exactly to what extent and how to exactly use it. A lot of these new things. The problem is even gadgets. If you don't know how to use it 100%, or you only know how to use it 20% or 30%, you're not really going to benefit that much. So I would definitely say if you're going to get any gadgets, any software, anything like that, make sure you do lots of review checks. Make sure you look at tutorials so you're able to take out the most of it. Otherwise, what can happen is you can have like a Bugatti, and if you don't know how to drive it, if you don't know how to take care of it, then you're not really going to benefit that much. What do you guys think about that? You guys like that? Okay. Which kitabs would you recommend as an aid when studying tafsir to disseminate dars? So it all depends. Like when you are teaching, who's the audience? That's the question. Who is the audience? If the audience are newcomers, people who are not really doing any Alamiya course, they are simply just studying just basic, then I would definitely say do not go into complex tafsirs. Use a basic tafsir and then use that as your basis. For example, like tafsir Nasafi, tafsir al-Wadih. Ali Sabuni's got Safwat al-Tafasir and tafsir al-Wadih. These are like very basic ones. You can follow tafsir Ma'arif al-Quran as well. But if you're using that for students, I would definitely say you should read something like tafsir Ibn Kathir, tafsir al-Kabir, tafsir Ruh al-Ma'ani, tafsir al-Madhari. Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah, Muhammad Azim, ahlan wa sahlan. So sometimes my parents can or do say something that can annoy me. I feel like answering back. Am I sinful if I do? So try to control yourself, I would say. I know sometimes it's difficult. Always remember back of your mind, inshallah, Allah is going to reward me for this. Allah is going to reward me for this. Yeah. What do you think of the UK conscription thing that was in the news recently? I don't know. It's strange, isn't it? Well, I don't know. Would you guys go or not? I don't think I'd go. I'm not too interested in supporting British foreign policy the way it's going at the moment. What do you guys say? Can you explain the hadith about the naqisat al-aql and deen? How did the classical scholars understand it? So naqisat al-aql and deen is a famous hadith where the Prophet ﷺ, he said to some women, he said, you are naqisat al-aql and deen. You are, naqis means deficient. You are deficient in your deen, in your religion, in the sense that the things that men do, you don't do those. It doesn't mean that they are less rewarded. It does not mean that they are, it just means that compared to men, you do less. So if we were to translate this as less, it just sounds better now. You are less in deen than men, meaning the things that men have to do, you don't have to do all those things. You do less of them. So this is actually a ni'mah from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is a bounty from Allah. Women doing less in the deen is not deficiency. It's actually something which is part of the way that they've been designed. And the way that men have been designed, Allah gives them different duties and roles. And as for naqisat al-aql, aql is translated wrong. That's why people get this confused. Aql does not mean intellect. Aql means ability to use sound judgment. The ability to use sound judgment. That's what aql is. Aql means to restrain, to restrict. So your aql restricts you from your emotions, letting your emotions get the better of you. So generally, women find it difficult to control the emotions. That's generally, you'll find this with your mothers or with your sisters or spouse or aunties, in an argument, in a thing, you'll find that find it very hard to, because they're naturally, mothers are very emotional people, and they need to be emotional with their kids, bringing up their kids. A lot of more emotion than you need sound reasoning. So that's what it means. So it just means the Prophet was just saying to the women that, look, this is the sound judgment in men is more than in women, and in men there's less emotion than there's in women. Masir Ali, I thought of an idea for a fiqh class. You do the lessons by babs of fiqh, and then you compare the ta'leels from different kitabs. All right, it sounds good. Sounds very good. I like the idea. I like that. Yeah. Where have you read so far in fiqh? Brother Muhammad, attending an Arabic reading class where they go through a text did wonders for my Arabic. Yeah, definitely. I 100% agree with that. Totally agree. If you guys are learning Arabic, make sure you are implementing your Arabic. Honestly, this is just so important, without any shred of doubt. Implementing Arabic is key. Don't just study rules. Apply it, guys. Apply it. I'm in a bit of a, hyped up mode today. Did Jummah today, so inshallah I'm going to upload the Jummah onto Telegram. So if you guys are not subscribed to Telegram, make sure you subscribe to my Telegram. That's where you get most of my updates. Started to read a lot of children books. When we come across a new word, should we memorize it or just keep reading because we'll come across? Yeah. So just keep reading. When you're reading a book, do not so there's two types of reading you do. Okay, let me listen to this. You either read like a textbook, or you read just a casual reading book. If it's a textbook, words you need to highlight, you need to make notes on them. Right? When it comes to a casual book, treat a casual book like you would treat a film. Right? No one memorizes any dialogues in the film. Right? So what you do is you simply just read the book, read it, and carry on. That's it. If you are stuck on a word, look it up. Of course, you look it up, right, to understand the context. But otherwise, you don't have to memorize. Don't put focus on trying to memorize things in there. Do the Hanafis say a woman can get divorced from a qadi due to the lack of affection? I don't know. I haven't really kind of come across that. I don't know. Ustad, what's the most sound definition of a Rasul and a Nabi? So generally what they say is a Rasul means messenger, isn't it? So he has to have a message. He has to be coming with a message from God. Like he has to come with something, a message that they don't have already. And Nabi is from Naba, which means news. As in, the Nabi does not necessarily come with a message. The Nabi is simply just reviving something. Yeah. So I would say that sounds like the most, according to the linguistic, the most solid. So the Rasul's duty would be different than the Nabi's. So the Nabi would not really come with a new Sharia. They would really just come with just reminding people of the past. Yeah, reviving. That's a good word. Ustad, I understand why it's, but besides that, there's also other some say it's umum khusus mutlaq. Every Rasul is a Nabi, not every Nabi is a Rasul. And then some come out with the two different things, and some come out with no, they share the same things. Ustad, I understand why it's prohibited to look at women and their aura, but why is it prohibited to look at men's aura? I ain't gonna feel nothing towards them. Well, you might not, or you think you might not. But imagine you were to look at a man who some of his body parts resembled something like feminine, and you start to get attracted to that kind of look. Like some people, think about this. There's pornography out there designed for all types of these strange desires people have. So a desire could be such that desire now has sort of like gone out of control, and it's devolved into something else. So normally a man desires a woman, what the normal woman looks like, and a woman desires a man. Is it possible that a man can start desiring another man? Possible. How can this happen? When men have interactions with other men like a man has with women, or he looks at men like that. So you might think that you're not going to get attracted, but you'd be surprised. So what's the dalil for only reciting masnoon Arabic du'as in sujood? So the dalil basically is the Prophet ﷺ, he said that in salat, in hadith salat, لا يصلح فيها شيء من كلام الناس. كلام الناس is not allowed. So because كلام الناس is not allowed, therefore, if you are going to make some du'as in the sujood, then it can't be كلام الناس. So that's why they say it should be, Hanafis say it should resemble. They don't say it has to be Quran or Masnoon, it has to be resembling that. Someone mentioned parents, and I watched a really good Yasir Qadhi video recently about parents. He said it's okay to sometimes feel serving your parents is difficult and annoying, but important is to control your tongue. Yeah. Really good reminder. Someone said, yeah, very good. I like that one. That's a good point there. And honestly, this is something which a lot of people don't realize. There is so much reward just obeying your parents. Imagine this. Ibn Abbas, a man came to Ibn Abbas and he said, I've committed murder. Is there anything that I can do? Allah will forgive me. He says, no. Then he says, is your mother alive? He goes, yeah, serve your mother. The one thing I know, if it's going to wipe out your sins, like really like Domestos wipes out dirt, it's serving your parents. So serving your parents is so high that this literally has been mentioned to cleanse you of sins. And the reason is because it's very hard. Yeah, so it goes against your life. And we're living in a society of individualism. It promotes individualism in the West. They want you to look down upon your parents. They want you to be equal to your parents. They want you to feel as though your parents have no rights over you. And as Islam, that's wrong. What scholars explained the hadith such that also, is it true you explain also says that women in and of themselves do not necessarily have less intelligence than men? Yes, of course. I mean, see, when you make a claim, there has to be a proof to prove that. There is no proof at all to prove that women's intellect is less than men's. No proof at all. Aql does not mean intellect in Arabic language. It's a linguistic meaning. Which scholars mention this? I don't know from the top of my head. But if you were to read, maybe, I think, probably Fathul Bari, and maybe even, Fathul Bari probably explained, and Faydul Qadir by Al-Manawi. Yeah, you'll find it there. As in, see, a lot of these things, the scholars in the past didn't need a sharh for this because they understood the language. Does that make sense? It's like, for example, imagine you're speaking English to someone. You don't need a sharh to understand what someone's saying. But if someone is learning English, they might need a sharh to understand the conversation that you're having with someone else. Zainab, alaikum assalam, ahla wa sahla, watching from Kuwait, mashallah, ahla wa sahla, people of Kuwait. Kuwait is one country I would like to visit. Yeah, I've heard a lot of nice things about the people of Kuwait. So one of the things I'd like to do is visit Kuwait, inshallah. Although it's hot, sandy, desert place. Aziz Sheikh, is it normal that you have to translate many words while reading Darsi books? I am talking about books like Kanz Daqaiq. Is it normal that I have to, or are you talking about like a normal student? Like for me, I wouldn't have to because I've read fiqh a lot, so a lot of the words I'm familiar with anyway. But yeah, there's many times I read a book and I'll get stuck on a word. It happens regularly, weekly, I would say. It's nothing to be afraid of or to shy of as well. Remember, because if you have talab in your heart, if your heart is filled with passion to learn, then nothing is really going to stop you from learning. Honestly, nothing is going to stop you from learning. You are going to search. You're going to search for the answers. Can the word wadribuhunna mean to leave? No, I've never come across that usage. Never. What I would suggest, if you want to look at that verse, look into Ruh al-Ma'ani. Ruh al-Ma'ani usually expounds on that and mentions various opinions, even like strange opinions. He puts them in his book as well. So have you made any progress in Hifz aim? And if so, no, not at the moment. I mean, it's too busy, honestly. This year we're really busy. As soon as I came back from Umrah, I've got talks booked for weekends. I've even got a guy saying to me he wants me to do a tour in Scotland, give talks there. And I've got today as well, I've got like so many things on. I've got this Umrah talk I've got to give for Sufa, and what else? I've sorted exam papers out, alhamdulillah. But I've got a course coming up, Seerah in the lens of the Quran coming up, inshallah, in the second of March. So I've already started the reading for it. There's a lot of reading I've got to do. So for that, it's like I've got to do a lot of reading for that. Then I've got to sort lots of things. Yeah. So I would really like to do it. Inshallah, I'm just praying to Allah that Allah facilitates it for me. What does it mean when Ibn Kathir says men are superior to women? Like what was the Arabic that he used? That's the thing, isn't it? He said in Arabic, so you have to look at what the Arabic is. So if you can quote the Arabic. My Aqta classes are on pause right now. I'm working on reviewing the book currently on chapter of what makes ghusl wajib, but I love the book because it's clear, concise. Wow, kya baat hai bhai. Allah make it easy for you, bro. Which Arabic scholars do you really enjoy listening to? Do you find the Arabic content more beneficial than the English online? I don't really listen to too much Arabic talks. Yeah, unless it's like maybe like a podcast here or there. Probably the last, I don't know. Actually, I don't even remember. I at the moment I'm actually going through Sahih Bukhari, so I just have it on my phone, the audio of Sahih Bukhari, and I go through the entire thing. I've almost finished my fourth. I'm finishing my fourth time now. So audio. It's my fourth time, inshallah. I've done like about 4/5 of it. 4/5 of it done. Not 4/5, yeah. 2/3 of it. 2/3 of it done. So hopefully by Sunday I should have finished and done another khatam. Because I'm just going over the hadith. I want to familiarize myself with all the hadith in Sahih Bukhari. That's my aim. Qawaid and helps you absorb the thinking and understanding of Imam Qudri. Yeah, wah, kya baat. Inshallah, I need to start reading Aqta. There is a hadith in Darqutni regarding laughing in salah breaking wudu. Is that hadith authentic? I do not know the chain of the hadith, so I wouldn't be able to say. I want to do some research to read a sharh on the hadith of Himma on the Akhirah. Anything you recommend I read? Read sharh on the hadith of Himma. Anything you recommend I read? On Himma. What's the hadith? Kuwait is basically Iraq, but let's not. No, Shaykh, I mean as a student. Okay. So as a student, yeah. Get used to, like, have yourself like a vocab sheet. And then you can review the vocab sheet at the end of every week. Right? So you get familiar with words, even if you can't memorize them, doesn't matter. Get familiar with them. Just keep going over them, look at them, analyze them. So I came to a Sufa but struggled to travel regularly. That's why I left. But I heard you do online classes. When and how can I join them? I don't do them, but I think the class is fully booked. I think they put registrations out at the beginning of the year, at the end of December. So what you have to do is contact info@asufa.org and they'll be able to give you, because I don't know exactly what happens in a Sufa. I don't deal with all these departments. So contact Asufa and they'll be able to help you, inshallah. If women are deficient in intellect, why would Sahaba go to Aisha? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's it. Definitely. Good answer, guys. How can a person develop their mother tongue and how did you do so? I find a lot of second and third generation Muslims in the West. So my Pashto was very bad before I went to Pakistan. Like, honestly, really bad. Because I hardly got to practice it. I was only practicing it with my grandparents and with my mom. When I went to Pakistan, I had lots and lots of opportunity to speak Pashto. Lots and lots of different dialects of Pashto I was conversing with. So that's why I would definitely say practicing a lot would be very, very important. What you possibly can do, if you can find some other people that speak, you speak with them on a regular basis. Just make like a group and say, look, we're just going to speak our mother tongue. Just to be clear, women can have more intellect and intelligence than a man, but the man is less driven by emotion. Therefore, she is not driven by emotion, allowing the emotion to overtake their judgment. Yeah. So like in the Quran, Allah says, "Afala ta'qilun." So "Afala ta'qilun" does not mean are you not intellectual. "Afala ta'qilun" means that don't you use your sound judgment. وجواز المشاورة المرأة الفاضلة وفضل أم سلمى ووفور عقلها حتى قال ابن الحرمين لا نعلم امرأة أشارت برأي فأصاب إلا أم سلمى. ما شاء الله. وكيابات. Where's that from? Also, the book you sent on Twitter about history of Hanafi Madhab, a good book. I'm looking to buy yes, definitely very good book. Ustad, I'm new Muslim, I'm Filipina, and I love watching your posts because I want to learn to read Arabic. Shukran, ahlan wa sahlan. Welcome. Inshallah, may Allah make it easy for you. May Allah bless you. قالوا ابن حجر في الفتح ونعم الرجل. If you want someone to read it with I got you. So have you written up or planning to make a video regarding your time spent with Dr. Salah al-Hajj? I've never actually thought of writing that up, you know. I know there's some ulama, when they meet some scholars, they'll do a lot of writing on it, write articles on it. I'm not that kind of guy. I don't know, I'm just like very bad in being able to write stuff up. I wish I had that ability, you know. I wish I had the ability to just write stuff. But I would really like to. Maybe I can make a video or something. Yeah, maybe I can make a video. I don't know. There's some people who can put all their thoughts in writing. I'm not that kind of a person. I'm like a caveman kind of style, just with a club and ابن كثير أي لأن الرجال أفضل من النساء والرجل خير من المرأة ولهذا كانت النبوة مختصة. I see. I'm gonna have to look at the context of that. So what do you remind me, remind me tomorrow. I'll have a look up, inshallah, what he says, and I'll have a look. See, just I haven't read this from Ibn Kathir, but generally, see, like you might say, المرأة خير من الرجل والرجل خير من المرأة, but they might be خير in different aspects. Like a man might be better in being a leader, but a man is rubbish in bringing up kids. المرأة خير منها. Yeah, so the khairiyya, the nisbatul khairiyya to the man and to the woman is something which is subjective. Yes, it's what we call amr nisabi. It's like depending on aspect. So we've got to be very careful when reading the Arabic text, because a lot of Islamophobes, what they do is they'll cherry pick various quotes and they'll kind of like say, look, this Islam looks down upon women, or Islam looks down upon non-Arabs, or Islam looks down upon I don't know, different colors. Will you be doing online? Let me just make a note of that so I know I need to look it up. Okay, I'll have a look at that. Will you do private online lessons again for groups of students? I was thinking of it. If I can get a good number of students, maybe, possibly. Yeah. فقد روى الترمذي رحمه الله عن أنس رضي الله عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال من كانت الآخرة همه جعله الله ومن كانت دعوة همه جعله الله فقره بين عينيه وفرق عليه شمله ولم يأته من الدنيا إلا ما قدر له. What I would suggest is, what you can do is go to those verses of the Quran where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions about those who are chasing the dunya. That's where you're going to find something. Yeah. So وَمَنْ أَرَادَ الْعَاجِلَةَ عَجَّلْنَا لَهُ فِيهَا مَا نَشَاءُ. Yeah. So look under the tafsirs. That's how normally I would do a bit of research. That's like the easy kind of research. So look that up. Or the other thing that you can do, there's a book called Nadratun Na'im. And this was a book I remember finding like about 10 years ago. And the authors, what they've done is they've kind of like put all these like really good topics to do with things that are positive in Islam, things that Islam looks down upon, and then collects as many ayats and hadith and statements about each one, like sabr, shukr, hasad, all those things. Nadratun Na'im is called Nadratun Na'im. Will there be a live stream tomorrow? Inshallah. I've got a talk after Maghrib, hopefully. That's going to finish early anyway. And inshallah, after that, I should be back home. Alhamdulillah, I'm studying now. I'm still at level 1 Tawheed for write Arabic like letter more, inshallah. Allah make it easy. So what you can do is try to watch my series on learn how to read the Quran. Yeah, learn how to read the Quran. That's inshallah an easy series for you to follow. In fact, let me just give you a link for it. Yeah, so here's a link. Learn how to relearn. Put that there. It's in Surah Nisa, yeah. Jazakallah khair, inshallah. So remind me, inshallah, tomorrow. MashaAllah. Ahla wa sahlan. Muhammad, the work khair requires tamyiz or to specify good. How and when will I find the answer from you? So if you come tomorrow, I have a live stream. Tomorrow I have a live stream at 9:45 UK time in the evening. 9:45 in the UK time. Do I pay zakat on money I have saved for Hajj? Yes. If you have come into an agreement with someone, you've come into a contract, you're going to buy the package, so you come into agreement, then you don't. But if you haven't, then you must pay zakat on it. I'm not sure if I asked this before, but what is the significance of Na'alayn? Is there any, since one time we did rujuk from saying it's significant? Yeah, there's no, I mean, there's no symbols in Islam. This is like a rule of the thumb. There's no real significance in symbols in Islam. Even the crescent and the moon, that's not really part of Islam. Yeah, there's not like a symbol that you have and it's precious in the Pakistan flag or the Turkish flag. No. So the same thing with Na'alayn. So Na'alayn doesn't really have any significance in the sense that people never used to draw the Na'alayn or have it in the Sahaba. If someone has it out of love for the Prophet ﷺ, this is like a symbol, that's fine, but you can't criticize other people if they disagree with you. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to finish it there. Maghrib time now. So take care, inshallah. Have a wonderful time, and I will see you guys tomorrow, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.